Hello, welcome to this week's Behind the Poem. I'm coming to you live from Manhattan, Central Park South, right near the entrance to Central Park. I didn't record before I left home this morning, which is a good thing because I'm going to share a brand new poem that I wrote on the subway on my way to the dentist. It's National Poetry Month, and I've been writing a poem a day called 3030, and so this is my 28th poem, although it might be like my 29th or 30th because I have written multiple poems on some days. I'm an overachiever. Speaking of overachieving, I now have rubber band in the back of my mouth that I only for sure have to wear at night, but I'm wearing during the day too because I'm an overachiever. And it makes me think of my braces origin story. Like the first time I remember witnessing braces was in the locker room at Jewish day camp in the suburbs of Chicago. And I don't know, it's 1988, 1989, and I remember this CIT with curly hair and a bun on top of her head. She was probably 13, 14, had braces and rubber band things. And I just was like, oh my God, that's so cool. I really can't wait till I'm old enough to have braces. And look at me. I wanted so bad that I'm on my pseudo second round. I had braces when I was in middle school, and then I've had Invisalign for the last year and a half because this tooth was a little out of place, and it was causing 24/7 pain to the tooth above it. So it is a metaphor. I've probably said this on this or Touch Base Tuesdays. Is obviously a metaphor for systemic oppression. The entire mouth had to rearrange itself for that tooth to be okay. So, speaking of the entire mouth rearranging itself for the tooth to be okay, here's my new poem, which, why is it not scrolling? Oh my God, are you kidding me? What did I do? Oh God, really? Come on. All right, here we go. Brand new shit. Okay. I don't know how loud I'm being, so maybe tourists are also looking at statues and hearing my poem. Welcome to New York. It's been waiting for you. Ode to the Cis Man Spread. The man spreader is spreading his man on the subway, and his subway is our subway, and so therefore the spreading is all of ours, and the man is spreading everywhere, all over the subway, all over our transit, and there's therefore no journey, no transit, no train without the spreading of a man. There is a man also spreading in my phone. He called every day since we met, after he followed me into a restaurant where I went to order takeout for dinner on my stoop. I hit send to him as we go over the bridge. Let him know this is not going to be a fit. I've already had a man spread his man across the country and pour his spread into my phone once this past year. Funny how men think they can spread across the subway, iPhone, country, the entire world. Elon Musk is making a mess of that kind of man spreading his man all over the internet because outer space didn't seem to be enough. They're going virtual now, the men, manning their man all over the spread of the solar system and trying to compete, of course, with the entire sun. I'm not surprised that's their approach, the men. What with the son of God being a son and himself being rendered a god seems like an obvious outcome after an ancient world of emperors and such. Cleopatra didn't do enough to stop it all, the spread, because it probably most certainly got blamed on her for not doing enough instead of the men, who spread their man all over Egypt to make it part of Rome. You probably already know how the story ends. He texts back a novel, yells at me, blames me for things I can't even really piece out. But he's the one who hugged me without my consent, threw me off by spreading himself all over the sidewalk and taking me as his own. I don't mind a man who knows he is spreading his legs, has the chops to make mention of his knees, and then asks if it's okay for them to spread. That happened once. I've found self-awareness to be the most attractive trait of all. Therapy's a bonus, but able to read the room without co-opting and pillaging it as his own, I'll take that spread from anyone. Okay. Bye. Have a good weekend.